Howdy, howdy. Welcome back to Megaquarium, where we are continuing in Freshwater Frenzy in Paskova, where an excellent breeding project awaits. So welcome to Paskova. Paskova is very different to other aquariums you have managed because it is primarily a research lab and therefore not for the entertainment of guests. To begin with, your aquarium will be closed to the public and therefore you won't have any guests. This means you won't be able to generate ecology, science, or prestige points. Thankfully, the owners have deep pockets and will be providing you with a daily grant of $500 to fund your operations. Complete your objectives and you will be able to increase this grant amount. Good luck. Introduction to acid. So far, all the freshwater animals you have encountered have enjoyed neutral pH conditions. This is the natural starting point of water in your aquarium. So you haven't had anything special to maintain. You haven't had to do anything special to maintain this. Your first objective involves building a habitat for an animal that requires acidic water, the Amazonian angelfish. To make water acidic, you need to add sufficient acid-producing objects. It works a lot like temperature. The amount of acid has to be greater or equal to the amount of the tank, the volume of the tank. And it has this little red symbol that looks like a speedometer. It looks like a dial. You have two choices when it comes to acid. Which is a red circle with a plus sign. Sources. Passive sources such as bogwood requires no maintenance. And active sources such as the reverse osmosis machines, or RO machines for short. However, these require regular maintenance with RO membranes. Follow the objectives to create your first acidic tank. Alright, so our first tank, we are close to the public. We have one tank with the rainbow bozeman and tinfoil barb. We have another one with some different cichlids, the Midas and the convict cichlid. Okay, so we are going to continue. These are lagoon tanks. So we are going to continue. We're going to continue here. Even though it's not open to the public, I do want to make sure that we have some space to expand as needed to. And this level is a challenge for me. So I've got two tanks already. We're going to start with some fresh water. Amazon. So there is our acid. And we have here requires neutral water. So all those require neutral water. And this one requires acid. So let's see. It is 56. All right. So if I do... I just need one, but let's go ahead and give him a buddy. We need 2 bogwood, it looks like. So let's go over here. And we've got freshwater. Bogwood. There's a bogwood piece. And let's add the second one. There we go. And then we need... some plants, and let's give them some there we go. All right, now we just need to get them so we've got that little symbol there. We do have bloodworm and vegetables. Okay, so let's go through and do a pump right here. I'm anticipating having another acidic animal right here. But for right now, I'm not going to worry about that. I need a large filter. That is sufficient with the filtration. And then I need a large heater would be sufficient for that. Okay, now I need 46 more of the RO. So here's an RO machine. I can do 50, and that's good. All right. Breeding. Good work. You passed the test by creating the perfect acidic environment for the angelfish. You've demonstrated that you have the attention to detail and scientific approach required for the next task. The real reason you were invited to Paskova, their breeding program. Your next challenge is to successfully breed a convict cichlid here in the aquarium. The process varies for every species and can be quite involved with many steps. Consult your objectives for the details and notify the owners once you have successfully bred your first animal. Okay, so I need one more thing because I need an RO membrane dispenser. So we're just going to put one right over here. Actually, I take it back. We're going to move it right over here since that one is right there. And I will probably end up having to move everything around. All right. So here, now that everything is good to go. So I do need the convict cichlids to breed. All right. Looking for a mate, 3 potential. Okay, so all the credentials are met. When fully grown and all care requirements are met, this animal has a chance of creating offspring with another animal. So one thing I seem to remember is that they need rocks that have a flat surface with this symbol on it, where it looks like they're stacked up. And that appears to be the only rocks that do so. So putting something like that in their aquarium or in their tank will give the ability for them to potentially have little fry so we are found a mate. Okay. Found a mate. Okay, they have all found a mate. Okay, so they're looking for a flat surface. There are 6, giving them a 55% chance today. So this is basically just a waiting game. And see what we can do. Let's see if, do I have all the, yeah, I have all the fish in there. And we are close to the public. We are in day 2. I definitely want to keep an eye on what is my heating scale. 360. Yeah, I don't need all that heat. I could theoretically sell 2 of those and not miss anything. This one always gets me with how do I want the layout of this to be, because since it's free to the public, I really want accessibility, and I really don't care about Yeah, there we go. So now we have some spawn. Parents are convict too. Okay, so we are going to really quickly. I want to put some more rocks in here, and we can put them. Like that, because we're going to make this is all about breeding and stuff. So because these guys now they have a 72% chance. At the end of the day, 72% of the babies will survive. Parents protecting them from predators. Final modifier to survival rate is 0. So they do have some ability. I do have this as kind of a breeding tank that I could do. These guys would have to have a lot larger tank because they've got to have that open space. And this is saying that they want a little cave. So we're going to give them a driftwood cave. Right there, and we will add a second one there. So they've got plenty of little cave. You can see the little fry. So we have convict spawn. What is? Hopefully this is going to advance. This is 71%. That's 3. This is 1 and 2. This is 3 and 4. So we've got 6 babies remain. 4 babies remain. And what I honestly want to do is we're going to yeah, we're going to start doing a little bit of daisy chain here. We're going to connect this one and this tank, and I will probably end up moving these around, but we're going to take 1, 2, 1, 2. That way they are actually completely safe. If I'm doing that, then hold on. Then we don't need all these rocks, as it turns out. That one. All right, so we're going to go back in, and we will give them a little bit of some security with some caves. But then we also do need to come in here and with a full so that is going to give our fries really the best opportunity to grow up, because the only thing that they could do is, this is them naturally surviving. If they're not going to survive, then it's not because they had predators. So one thing okay, so you've got the little toolbox. Attached into fry grown. Okay, so and then they have grown. Awesome. All right. So we are running this at double speed. There we go. The next generation. Is that the flipper flapper of tiny fins I hear? Well done. Breeding an animal in captivity is a truly impressive accomplishment. But the owners don't want you to rest on your laurels. Inspired by your achievement, they have increased your daily grant by 500. They are curious to see what other freshwater animals can be bred in captivity. In order to complete your final objective, you need ecology points to unlock new animals. The only way to generate these is to open the research tab to the public. The owners took some convincing, but on the back of your achievement thus far, they are on board. A few notes. This is still a research facility. You will earn no revenue from guests entering the aquarium. This is not an entertainment venue. You will earn no prestige. On the plus side, you are immune to negative prestige too. Guests will not expect you to provide food or drink, however, they may get tired or need to use the toilet. Remember, your goal is to generate ecology and science points to unlock the necessary animals and equipment for your work. Try not to get too distracted by the guests. You can open and close the aquarium at any time by selecting the entrance and using the toggle. So we come over here, but before I open, and then that one has grown, so we're going to, I want to increase the size of this. We're going to do, that looks about even. So one of the things we're going to do is we're going to pause. I know I can redo all of this, so we're going to sell all of those. I want to, this one we're just going to have in the front, and then I'm going to, it might just be moving these over. So these are neutral, and this is acidic. So we're going to have there we go. And then we're going to delete those. All right, so we're going to really quickly, who eats what? I believe you, bloodworms and cockles, you veggies and bloodworms. All right. So we're going to move our veggies over here, our cockles right here, and our bloodworm is going to go, actually we're going to put those right there so that we can see them. We're going to add a tool station right there, and we're going to add a tool station right there. We're going to move this one over here for now, and we're going to move this right there. All right. So what I want is I want a power pump that's going to go, let's have it be right here. And from there, we're going to do so if that's enough power, then I'm going to, I don't think that's enough. Is that enough heat? That is enough heat. Okay. And then we're going to add our RO machine. It's right there. Now over here, we're going to have a pump to go from here to here. And this one, we're going to add a power combo. And we will add a second power combo. And we're going to increase the size of this. Don't need it quite that much right now. Still need a little bit more of that. And then we still need some more filtration. So we're going to add a second filtration to that. Now down here, we're going to add another line. And how far can I... Awesome. So we can do this one right there, and we can reach across the aisle to get that. Now, I still need some heat, but that's okay, because I can add a full heater right there, and that is plenty. And we can put this right there. And that still gives us some room to walk around. As I expand out further, I'll be able to move these two over. Since this is a research facility, I really don't care about how it looks to the public. So we've got our acidic side on here and our neutral over here. So we just need to open the aquarium. So we're going to toggle. Entrance fee is nothing. Gotta breed them all. Your final objective is to breed a selection of different animals here in the aquarium. First, you'll need to unlock them using ecology points, then build a suitable habitat for them, noting that some will require acidic conditions. Finally, you must ensure that additional breeding requirements are met. Remember that you can get extra breeding information about an animal by selecting them and hovering over its breeding icon. Tip: you might get better breeding survival rates if you remove potential predators from the tank after the eggs have spawned. So that's where this comes in handy, is having basically a hatchery tank. So I could theoretically, now that these two have grown up, I can now move these over here. And that gives me now 6 of those. All right. So I need to complete this this level. I need to breed a red-striped earth eater, red-striped earth eater, breed a blind cave tetra, breed a Congo tetra, and breed a cardinal tetra. So I have 4 animals, and I need to succeed in 1 of the earth eater and 3 of these tetras. So with that, we are going to start with this in our next episode, where we will be open to the public. So thanks for watching, and hope to see you next time. Howdy howdy, this is Blue Otter. We are continuing in Paskova in Freshwater Frenzy with Megaquarium. We are about to start the day. We are going to slow it down to regular mode. So we're going to look and see what kind of fish do we have that we need to, that we can select. So here is the Congo tetra. That's one of the ones that we need to breed. We have the cardinal tetra. That is another one that we need to breed. And we have the others I will have to look for. I know here's the blind cave tetra and the red striped earth eater. So they're all relatively simple. This one grows up in 5 days. It is a wimp. And these are neutral, so requires neutral water. Requires acidic or neutral water, so this one could go on either way, on either side. Let's look at the other two that I have. The Congo requires acidic water, and the Cardinal Tetra requires acidic water. So what I want to do, oh, this one needs lights to breed. This one, egg scatter, form a spawning group of at least 10 animals. Fluffy foliage, available via a merchant or a trade in this scenario. Okay, so those are going to be, I'm going to have to unlock some different things. One, I'm going to need the power 10 lights, and then I need fluffy foliage that has that little symbol. So let's go with what are these requirements? Find a suitable mate and breed on a flat surface. That's pretty simple. Egg scatter when the moment is right. Group. Okay, so these two seem pretty straightforward. So let's start with the red-eared, red-striped earth eater. I'm going to adjust the size a little bit. So I do have a nice fry tank over here. So one of the ways that you can actually increase your ability is to do these posters. But first I want to go through, I'm really not interested in tanks because all I plan on doing are these lagoon tanks. So we do have freshwater plant ecology, freshwater fish ecology, and then we have a large combo. I think I'm going to go with the large combo because that will help me to reduce some of the machines that I need to have run. And we can go ahead, since I'm going to have, since I know I'm going to be getting some more fish anyway, so we can go ahead. I can actually do a larger tank. So we're just doing simple 4x4. I'm going to move these over just a little bit more. New accessory. You can now unlock a new accessory, sneakers. These nifty shoes increase your staff's fitness. This in turn increases their movement speed and makes them more effective at gift shop and cleaning tasks. Each staff member can only equip one accessory at a time. You will need to choose the best accessory for a given staff member based on their role in the aquarium. So this allows you to have, all right, so we have, if you're looking to generate ecology fast, give ecology posters a go. Once placed, attach an ecology poster to a tank to create a new attraction for guests. Ecology posters generate ecology based on the number of different species in the attached tank. You're better off placing a few posters on your best tanks rather than attaching them to every tank. Guests can get bored of reading if you have too many. So we need to unlock the ecology poster. Poster is attached to tank. So and we get a reward of 2,000 ecology points. Let's teach those guests a lesson or two. So that one has grown. There we go. All right. So we're going to expand this out. Another, and I'm just right now, I'm just kind of preparing for getting, no, I don't need that. All right. I'm just preparing in advance for getting some different things. So we're going to have a couple benches here for the guests so they can sit. That one was an oops. But that's okay, because we can just move it. I will need to add restrooms. I can focus on that. Here, we will do that. We're gonna do 3 there and 3 there. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3. I will grab a broom stand right there and a sponge sink right there. And that will probably be about the extent of the restrooms that I have. Ledger breeding filter. Have you tried the Ledger yet? It allows you to keep track of all your tanks and animals in one handy place. You can find it by clicking the following icon in the bottom right. It's right down here. When you have breedable animals together, the Ledger gains an additional filter, breeding. This will filter the ledger so that it shows only breedable animals, eggs, and fry. It will also show useful information such as the current stage of breeding that an animal has reached. Give it a try. So we have that. So we do have this tab over here with breeding. It looks like we do have more cichlid or Midas spawn this time. So we're just going to move those over here. This is our nice little hatchery. And then we're going to grab these 2 and just put them right in there. We will eventually move out, and we'll have eventually too much space. That is a bully. See, they only need 4, so I could actually get rid of 2, 3, 4 there. I could actually get rid of 4. I don't need anything more than that. And that's going to protect that spawn. Now this egg scatter, trying to form a spawning area with at least 6 animals. There are currently 5 eligible animals. So I would need another one of these, and the tinfoil barb is not breedable. So do I have room for another one? I do have room for another one. All right, so I need fluffy foliage. That is a hard word to say for some reason. All right. So I am going to need fluffiness. Let's see. So that is... What do I have that generates science points? This one, that one generates science. Ecology, that one generates science. And this one generates science. So what I could do is when I get this. Now, this is a bully. Are either one of these a wimp? So they are not a wimp. And it only requires 2. So I could have an ecology poster here, set it up so that you could read it and look at it, and it would give me points based off of these 3. So we're going to fast forward so that we can continue to add to our aquarium. We have our red striped earth eater. So we're going to pick our next research. And our next research that we were going to pick is this blind cave tetra. And then we're going to slow this down. So if I'm not mistaken, I'm not going to select anything. But I want to make sure that for placement of these, so we have the cardinal is acidic and this one is acidic. So I'm going to have adding 2 on this side. So what we're going to do is we are going to add a pump over here. Where did I put it over there? Should I put it like right here? And I don't think that's going to be enough to reach that tank. It will be enough to reach this tank. That's okay. So let's pause. Let's put in our... Could be either or. So we're going to put it here. I need at least 2 if I'm going to breed them. And we're going to actually put it here. All right. So I need 4 cave. I'm hoping that I'm going to have enough room for this. I need 4 cave, so I could do a driftwood cave. Yeah, so we're gonna do a driftwood cave, a driftwood cave, and then I need we're gonna do just 1 piece of, this is why I had it like that. All right, and then we're gonna do just 1 piece of driftwood right there. I kind of want to leave some open space if I need to. And then we need filtration and heat. Quite a bit of filtration actually. So we're going to, okay, I take it back. We need more heat, not as much, quite as much filtration. But we are going to do 1 there. We still need, actually, no, I take it back. We're going to do 1 large heater. So we have enough heat. I'm going to hold off on doing any RO filter that I need. What are you still not happy with? You... Insufficient decoration. Okay, so you need at least 5 pieces of decoration. Animal can breed once it's fully grown. All right. So hopefully you don't need a larger item. All right, so we are going to, let's do a mossy rock. So that gives us 3 items. Let's do, what other things can we do? We're gonna do a Amazon sword. We can do that right here. And then I need 1 more item. We'll do this small corkscrew bivalves, and we're going to put that in the corner. So there we go. So you are happy. We can let the game run. You need vegetables. So this is one thing about having it be this open concept, is that I don't feel like my workers are going to have issues getting from place to place. Fred has leveled up, so we're going to do fixing. And then what we're going to do is we are going to, I'm going to let it run until I unlock this, because I don't want to lose any of those. Just getting into a good spot. And I'm just going to set it to advance until we have enough science points built up. Alright, breeding like rabbits. If you have enough of a particular species, you can stop them breeding by removing at least one of their breeding requirements. The approach will depend on the species. For some, you can remove their breeding location. For others, you might need to divide or reduce the size of the group. Removing an animal's breeding requirements won't do it any harm. It will just curb their enthusiasm for breeding. Egg scatter. You have just unlocked your first egg scatter. Egg scatters form breeding groups and scatter their eggs simultaneously. So while we go through and do this, we'll look at the fish requirements on this as we're waiting. Which one? And there it is. All right. Is this fish scatter? Okay, so this one is going to be in my neutral tank. So this one's going to go right in here. I need at least 3. And they form a group of at least 5 animals. So I have to have at least 5 animals. I do have 56, which should be plenty of room for this. We are going to... We're going to pause it. It is a bully, but I'm not too concerned about that. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At least 5 animals. We're going to come over here. We're going to add a power pump to connect this one to that tank to this tank. So that is telling me I need to add more heat. We're going to add... There is enough heat. And then I need 5 rocks and 5 cave. And I think we're going to add that. We're going to first collapse everything. And I need cave. And I think we're going to do... I want to do a pitted column in the center. That still means that I need some more rocks. So what we're going to do is we're going to come up here to rocks. And I'm just going to do some small rocks. We're going to turn that up. And just like so. Now that does have some bloodworm. Let me see what how many bloodworm do I have? That is not a good indicator because it must be at the beginning of the day. So it is not fully. So we do have enough to go around. And then as they go through. Alright, I do have some messages. So we have more fry. And we are just going to move those over here into the nice hatchery tank. We do need more filtration, but that's possibly because that one's down. No. All right, so we are going to add a filtration. There we go. That should be enough. We are still waiting on that. And now we are going to go back to watching this advance. The message which are generated when you breed some new spawn or hatch some eggs can be really helpful, but sometimes they just get in the way of the thing you're really focused on. Thankfully, you can switch off any that you aren't interested in using the toggles in the interface section of the options menu. Give it a try. Involve going here and the options menu. And I should be able to, let's see, interface. So you have a lot of different things. I do like the cannot grow reports. I honestly do like getting the reports in the email. I just don't necessarily need them over every single thing, just because it does give me, when I go to check on the messages and I look down, and so I think that that's really, that's a good option to have. All right, we have unlocked the cardinal tetra. This is one of our acidic fish that we're going to need. And we are going to, then we need the Congo tetra. So we are going to, remember, we're going to put this into our regular. We do almost have this done. So we're going to, let's do not in our aquarium. So I need at least 8. So we're going to look at this. We need at least 10 of these animals. And we need fluffy. We still need available merchant or trade in this scenario. So I still, merino moss balls. Awesome. This is just what I needed. I've heard you're looking to breed cardinal tetras. You might need some of these. Price, absolutely. Give me. All right. We're going to come back and do that. So we have unlocked this one. I want the ecology poster. And I'm not sure which one is. Here it is. All right. So I have several mods that are installed and workshop items. And so some of them I have are specific. But this one is the main one that I want. So we're going to work on this ecology poster because that should complete that objective. So we're going to, so to breed these, we need at least 10. So we're going to do, we're going to pause this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. So that gets us our 10 that we need to breed the cardinal tetras. And then we're going to, they were over here. We're going to grab one of these and we will grab a second one of those. Okay. Now, we still need 4 more plants. Let's collapse all plants. I am going to, I need 4 more points of plants. And since these are, yeah, these are acidic, this will actually help some of the acidic nature. So we can add one of those. And we can add a second branch right there, and that will give a little bit of a boost to our acidity. I'm seeing that I'm going to need to add some brine shrimp to this. So we still need more RO. So what we're going to do is we are going to expand this out another one. We're going to clip that. Large combo right there. And then I can do the same thing down here. We're going to move this to there. Right there. Move this second tank to there. We're going to delete those to a large combo that is enough heat. Almost enough heat. That's okay, because we can do a power heater. That's plenty of heat. And then we can add a second RO machine, which is not quite enough. That's okay. We can add a third. Still not quite enough. Here is the brine shrimp. But that's okay, because we have those plants that we can add that add to... we don't need it to be necessarily not in the aquarium, because these will definitely help. And let's see, so we're going to have that's that one, and then we're going to add a power pump right here. It's going to allow us to connect that tank to that tank. Okay, all that to have, yeah, they're looking for that fluffy foliage. Got it right. To breed. But we are going to be catching up with the breeding tetras in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. Hope to catch you next time. Howdy howdy, this is Blue Otter. Today we are continuing in Paskova, in Megaquarium, Freshwater Frenzy. We are looking at breeding our fish. We have our blind cave tetras right down here. We have, this is our neutral side. This is our acidic side. We have our red striped earth eaters here. We have the cardinal tetras, and we do have several spawn. Awesome. So we are going to be able to possibly, hopefully, we have 57% of the babies will survive. So we do have a survival rate of 67%. It's currently being affected by predation. So one thing that we might consider doing is setting up, we might go through this first round, and then if we need to, we can set up a hatchery tank. So we do have these guys. Do I have enough space over here? I do not. And these, I believe, need 4. Yeah, these are shoalers, so they need 4. These guys can't find any fluffy foliage to breed. And they require, I think. So what we may do is, since we're not going to be breeding the rainbow ones anyway, we can sell one, and that will get us probably still not enough, because I need 12, and that is only 7. So I would not have enough room to do what I was hoping to be able to do, which was to have a tank with all of my freshwater, all the non-acidic freshwater in. What I could do is, here is some Midas spawn that we can pick up and put down in there. So what we might do, do I have more of that stuff? I do have the moss balls. Okay. So I could... Awesome. So I was able to get those. He's grown. Great. So what I could do is, if I came over here, I could delete these. Now I do need some more of those back, but what we're going to do is we're going to actually replace these with these moss balls, because they do have to have that 2 foot, that 2x2 square, I believe. Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to, I take it back. We are going to put our 6th rainbow in and see if we can't breed these rainbow as well. He would go fine. I think that's going to be capping the tank though. How are these guys? All right, so these guys also have, and all I do is I just, as soon as we have any kind of growth in here, I do need to, we can, I don't need them. All right. So anytime we have any kind of fry that appear in these tanks, I will be able to put them in here, and that gives me a little safe tank where the fry are free from predation. All right, live cultures. You have just hatched your first fry that eat live food. To maintain a supply of food, you'll need to use a live culture, such as these. These work like regular food dispensers, except they themselves require a supply of food. Keep it well fed, and the capacity of the live culture will grow, providing even more food for your picky animals. Tip: place the supply of the food the live culture requires nearby to reduce the amount of walking your staff need to do. All right, so we do need some live culture over here. So what we're going to do is we need live Armenia culture. So we're going to put that right here. And then that needs zooplankton. All right, so we have the zooplankton right there. All right, we have unlocked the ecology poster. We're going to pick our next research. I'm not sure it's too picky about what we can do, because I have tons of stuff. And I might just, we can do the sneakers dispenser as well. All right, so over here we have the ecology poster. So I'm not sure if it's here or if it's here. Here we are, ecology poster, and we have the terrarium ecology poster as well. So we're gonna have the ecology poster. We're going to put it right, we'll put it right here by the doorway, and we will link it to that one. There we go. Learning is earning. The poster should ensure a steady stream of ecology. Remember to maximize the number of different species in the tank attached to the poster to maximize its point income. Tip: in normal games where prestige generation is not disabled, ecology posters will earn you some prestige as well. So really quickly, if we look at that, and we have unlocked our Congo Tetra. So we have unlocked our last fish that we need for this level. So we are going to just start picking one. Oh, I love swordtails. We're just going to be picking one. And what I might do, so this, every time someone reads this, we're going to be generating up to like 200 ecology points. So whenever a guest views this, it generates ecology depending on the number of different species in the attached tank. Each guest can enjoy up to 3 ecology posters during their visit. So you really don't want to do an ecology poster on every single tank, because the guests are only going to interact with 3 of them. So 4 unique animals times 50 is 200. So that's still a lot of points. I believe this one, no, this only has the Amazon. The rest of them are all really single fish tanks. Let's put that one back up. We do have some blind tetra spawn. With that, all right, so we are going to come over here, and we are going to add in our last fish, the Congo Tetra. So we need to do this. We do need lights, so we may need to hold off on that because we're gonna, well, no, it doesn't need lights to live, it needs lights to breed. So let's specify that. So we need, do we have a specific number that we need? A spawning group of at least 8 animals, so I need to have 8 animals in here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. So we do need brine shrimp, which we have on the other side, and we need some more plants. Now I think we're going to add a small Java plant. We're going to have another one there, because this will help with the acidity, but we also do need to have we also need a couple of other things. Oh look, the fanwort is dual, so we'll put some fanwort in there as well. Now I think I saw we had some filtration issues over here, so we can add a filter, and that should solve that issue. Not too concerned about the brine shrimp, because I've got one over right there. We are going to add a couple more tool stations on this side. I do have I have enough over here, and we're going to actually put we're going to do a little bit of moving around and shifting some things around there. So that's going to give us several tools, and we can put another tool station right here. So that ensures that they always have enough, because they have one, has capacity for 1 toolkit. It is reusable. So we are just going through, and we are just adding whatever that top one is. as we go through, and you can see I've got several spawn over here. I have one left. Okay. I am going to need to do, I think right here we're going to have a second expansion right over here. Yeah, over 2. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a mangrove tank, but we're just going to give it as a base aquarium. And this we're just going to add right there. And this one we're going to add this tank. So I have this as a fry tank if I need to. I don't think I need that, so I'm going to actually sell that. I probably just cost myself some money doing that. We're going to move that back, and we are going to we're going to pause. I'm going to give this a mega heater, and then I'm going to give this the largest heater I can do that's a single. Still not quite enough. So we are going to I am still going to at least cover that wall. I do like the paint in this one. And we're going to do a... Does that work? Yeah, alright. And we were able to successfully have our blind Tetris grow. So the other advantage to having a hatchery tank is I know that I don't need those fish to continue because I've got the breeding stock in other tanks. So that's a really additional fun fact. Now what I can do with this is we can take this sponge sink and we can actually move it down there so that it is more convenient for what we need it for. Let's do this where we're going to back these up one more. And then let's put this like so. And then we can move the food on this side of the aquarium right over here. We can have a toolkit. I'm going to put a toolkit right there, and we're going to put a second sponge sink right there. And then we're going to wall that. All right. So do we have that? Yes, we have. So we have just one. We can move over here. They need some of these flat rocks. So that's fine. That's fine. We got this. We're going to add a flat slate. They only need one. We're going to give them a bonus. We're going to give them a second one. because what that's going to do is that's going to help increase their odds of surviving. So right now we've got 14, and that gives us a better, that gives them better odds of survival. All right, so here, what's going on here? We need lights. Lights. So I had something about someone could not grow up over here. Well, so we have some bozeman spawns. So again, we're just going to click, click, and they just go right there. And in here, I just put them down there. I don't know what happened to the bozeman, unless when I picked him up. So I don't need that. So the other, like I said, the other advantage is that once I know anything that is made it into that tank, is good to go. And having the large tank just allows me to have more space. Okay, so I need, come on, Congo, what is, oh, I need, clown grouper. And there's our swordtail. What do we have? There is so I should be able to, that's a basking light, that's basking UV light 10 and 5, but I need 10. That's the only one that gives me a power of 10 that I have access to. There's the mini auto feeder now. Yeah, so we will need to do this basking UV light. That's the only one that I can get, where I can get this 10 that this guy needs to, that needs to breed. I would say it'd be fine with the 15 and go one down, but the fact that it's that white light instead of the purple light. So we're going to speed this up, and that's going to be my next science, one that I'm going to grab. We are able to do this with really only three employees. 4 employees. I believe we have 4 employees. Have not done any work zones, just because I have one person that does all the cleaning, one person that focuses on feeding, one person that focuses on fixing, one person that can do both, depending on whatever the need may be. So there's the large auto filter. We're going to do this one. So as soon as that finishes, we should be good. Did I? Yeah, I don't even know what the paint is on this. It looks like I inadvertently painted something. And this, I don't know. Okay, so I have got a request for some cave. So we're gonna collapse all, just because I've got so much I can do. For this, we're just going to do a small driftwood cave. Don't need anything fancy. Here we have live armida. So we do have some live armida over here. I'm not worried about them having to go back and forth because this is all open. And it's just a matter of unlocking those lights. And hopefully these, we're down to 2. Okay. So we are going to keep these happy. Animal bred recently will be able to breed again in 4 days. Oh, okay. Well, that's a good thing. That's not, they're not overbreeding animals. But we're down to 1. Oh, because they need green pellets. We're going to if that's all you need, and that's what's keeping you from then we can do green pellet. Done. You were all that so that you can be sure that you get your 2 green pellets, because I really want this last fish to go. He just has 1 day left, and that does it. So we can now I'm not going to worry about keeping him. So now this is an empty tank, and I can return this back to a nothing for the top for the moment. So now this is all about these Congo tetras and them having their lights. We are waiting on them. We are waiting for the magic to happen right here. There we go. All right, so we are going to 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. What do we need? We need. They want plants. Okay, I can do plants. We are going to add an Amazon sword. We're going to, we'll add a second sword because that will meet the requirements right there. Let's have a couple different plants that we haven't used before yet. Here is Beckett's water trumpet. So these are some different plants that we can have. That's one that is actually in the other one, and this will help with some of the acidity that we need, which looks like it's somewhat going up. So we're going to put in another RO machine. We can put in an RO machine. Right here, and we can put another RO machine right there. And then we have several cardinal spawn, so we'll grab all of these and just deposit them right there. Oops. There we go. And that is, they're gonna have live. There we go. And it looks like the cardinal spawn did not take. I know we'll be able to eventually breed the Amazons and get different colors. But all we are waiting on is for these these spawn to grow up. You win. You should be proud. You've led the breeding project here at Paskova above and beyond the initial expectations of the small research facility. Perhaps you are ready for a more conventional challenge, though. If so, an intriguing opportunity awaits in Barachi. You can continue here to build in Paskova for as long as you want. The message will stay in your message log, accessible via the button on the bottom left until you're ready. When you're ready to head to Baruchka, let me know. Okay, awesome. So we have completed, and we're going to keep them in there just for our quick tour. That we are going to slow down, and just so that we can go in and tour our facility. Now, this is the research facility of Paskova. So guests would come in and they see this fish, and you get to come in and see the ecology poster and see our rainbow. And now several of these also had fry. You have our fish equipment, so you would see various levels of fish. So there we've got fry over there, we've got fish eggs in the corner. This was our hatchery tank, so we do have, looks like, some more eggs and fry over there. And these would be moved or sold off to other aquariums. We do have more equipment in the back. And these were our blind cave tetras. I have 3. I did reduce them so that I didn't have to deal with them breeding quite as much as they were. Here's the Amazon. This was what introduced us to the acidic. And our last ones that finally had their spawn. Here's our cardinal tetras. And our earth eaters right here. We've got 3. So it looks like we had another one because I believe I sold the first one. And then you come back in here, and this is the hatchery tank that we set up. That was just a mangrove tank, just small, shallow, simple. And then to make sure that they all had enough, they had an auto feeder that is a workshop item. I did have to have several ROs to make sure that they're working properly. Going in the future, I would probably have all the ROs together alongside with an RO refill canister, which is this thing over here. It did help that this level I did not have to focus on guest needs, so all I had were restrooms and these benches, and they were the most basic benches. So with that, so hopefully you had fun and enjoyed, and hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching.